You're watching R&M, RBG TV.
Your father, I see a lot of his ways in your stride. I mean, you got that talk it like I walk it kind of attitude. You know, it's real good that he gave you pride. Every son should be proud of his father. And I look at my little one, and I want the same for mine. That's why when I look up at you, I see what he can go through when a father don't take the time. You know, I think it's real fucked up. Hold up. Hold up. He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work, nigga. Hold up. I see what he can go through when a father don't take this time. You know, I think it's real fucked up when people gave him all that time. But you want to know what's even more fucked up? It's for all them years he got away from you, has only made a way for you to be more together with him in occasion 5. Yeah. That's why I'm angry, guy. Because he didn't take the steps. Now you chase his rep, but them running shoes ain't your size. They say don't whine over spilt milk. But what a man supposed to do when his baby's crying? Oh, he say shit like, you know, of course to be the boss. But he too good for a paying job? What was wrong with being a cable guy? A real estate agent? Why was that nigga too cool to go to flight school and learn how to fly planes through the friendly skies? But nah, he told you he had to do what he had to do to put food on y'all plate to dine. You mean to tell me all that slanging and banging was to give y'all greater lives when God gave him drive? And that big meat's back up singing ass nigga left your moms out here alone for the latest ride? That don't break your mind? Hold up, you gonna get this work. He gonna get this work, nigga. I killed you. Hold up. He gonna get this work. That don't play good. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. You niggas gonna get this work, you hear me? Me. He ain't even get the second verse, but he gonna get this work. That don't plague your mind? The mistakes ain't God's? And you wonder why them shotgun shook shells still ache your spine? Look what Ray got little Jimmy out here in New York doing. Tell your OG Bobby Johnson you tried to steal a wrong radio this time, nigga. Hey, if you see South Central, when you see this again, that's gonna be one of your favorite lines. Something to think about the next time you on stage waving signs, trying to be like the only daddy you got. I understand you want to keep his name alive, but youngin', I'm trying to save you from your demise. You said it yourself. My pops was a real nigga. Youngin', that ain't no lie. He was in the business that the system perpetuates from the side to keep us in the condition where we ain't made to survive. But you think he a god? Well, let me ask you this. Would you kill a world and save yourself, nigga? Yeah, I ain't think that was wise. Something to think about the next time y'all thuggin', drinking and drugging, hard liquor y'all full of killers. Remember, hold up. I tried to give you the large picture. Hold up, man. He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work. Hold up. Hold on, man. He gonna get this work. I tried to give him the large picture. Yo, Pops wasn't no gangster. He was just another lost nigga. You think it's gangster to let a mother let that dope more than her daughter? Shoot a father from his son and turn around and put that boy on the corner? Or leave your son out here alone to fend for himself, knowing he need order? Is your money being long worth your lifespan being shorter? Huh? But I'm just trying to give you the large picture. Hold up, man. Let me work. You gonna get this work, nigga. Watch me work. I'm just trying to give him the large picture. Yo, Pops wasn't no gangster. He was just another lost nigga. Gangsters brothers like Marcus Garvey.
Listen.
Who when he performed lectures raised the man consciousness up from doing wrong to putting us in uniforms, making us soldiers in God's army. Or them Garveyites. Nat Turner. When the man had us on the back burner. Facts further stated he led one of the greatest revolutions to freedom slaves ever heard of. But then he got murdered. You know what? Harriet Tubman was more of a man than your father would ever be, nigga.
That's how you get the crowd.
Hold up. I mean, your daddy, that father title get deployed. You know, wise man told me that a wise man understands in this life, you're going to either build or destroy. And since it takes a father to raise a man-child, well, it's no wonder you talk all that young shit. You're a little boy. That don't get the large picture. Your Pops wasn't no gangster. He was just another lost nigga. Look at me, King. Look at me. He was so lost. We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work. You can never fuck with me, ever, in your life.
I hope y'all understood what the brother was saying, man. You feel me? But in the meantime, between time, let's get it. Black love is care for the black nation. Feel me? RNMORBG TV.
I want you to know the power of the underground.
We'll fight alone, just as we used to do in those days. All right. Fight just like we used to do.
What up, family? What it do? You already know it's your brother in Google Night. You see RNM. Tune in to another special episode of RNMORBG TV. That place where I keeps it G. You feel me? The common sense shit. Science. Studies. Applications, if you will. But it's only for the common people dealing with the common issues, seeking the common solutions, family. And the best way that we can achieve that goal, win this war, as well as stay on point as we navigate through, is black love. Because we already know black love is a cure for the black nation, family. So let's get it. Yes, sir. Today, first of all, before I even do that, first, top of the morning, top of the week to everybody out there. Hope everybody's striving, grinding, keep doing what they do. Do good at it. You know what I'm saying? Persistency, consistency, plans, and execute. You feel me? So whatever y'all doing out there that's for the positive, for the people, keep banging, family. Let's put the, personal beef to the side. Let's put the petty grievances that Marcus Garvey told us about, man. Let's put those to the side and stay on point. Alright? Also, I want to give a big Black Power shout out to, of course, you already know my division, UNI 432 all day, right there on Jamaica Avenue. Y'all can catch us every fourth Sunday. You feel me? 4 p.m. sharp. No CP time. Sharp. Right? 176-03 Jamaica Avenue. Come through. That's located at the African Poetry Theater. Again, UNIA ACL Division 432. We link up. Also, if you're in the Harlem area, you can catch us also every second Sunday up in Harlem, up on 125th and 5th at the National Black Theater. Also, 4 p.m. sharp. No CP time. 4 p.m. sharp. So you can either catch us every second Sunday or every fourth Sunday. Either way, link up. UNIA, baby. RBG. Now we got that out the way. Alright? Let's bang. Today we're going to talk about what I give the title. I'm pretty sure you might have heard, you may not have heard somebody else say it. But I'm going to give the title, The Sun Rises in the West. Alright? And I'm not talking religion. I'm not talking anything doctrine or anything like that. Because most times of the time, when you hear that title, The Sun Rises in the West, it normally goes back to Islam. We're not doing that. I got you. Alright? So again, The Sun Rises in the West. And my subtitle, if you will basically be the Africans here in America, just like I said, are key. Let's get it. Long story short, family. I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but you already know if I start, my mind goes, we just got to follow through. But at the end of the day, basically it's like this. Black people. Scattered everywhere, this, where, you name it. And even prior to us being scattered, we were everywhere. We're a global people. Let's get that clear. We are a global cosmic people. Alright? Wherever you see the darkness of the sky, you're going to see the blackness of my skin. That's where we at. That's all it is. Period, point blank. Alright? So with that being said, we're everywhere. But everybody that's everywhere has pretty much a central focus point as far as what to do. How to move, when to move, why to move. And that central focus, let's keep it 100, family, is us right here in the West. Right here in the West, right here in America, or as I would like to call, due to recent, as well as historical information, in fact, America. That's why I give it that name. Because, it's lived up to its name. So I call it America. Don't get mad at me, just look at the facts. But nonetheless, again, We here in the West are key. We're the key ones to everybody on the planet that looks like this. They look to us to say, okay, obviously this is the thing to do, this is the time to move, and we're going to do it like that. Case in point. Here's a big thing that's going on in the news right now. Why is it not even the news, in everyday, day-to-day living, and it's terrible. Folks don't want to talk about it due to the politics, but I personally don't give a shit. Homosexuality. That shit is everywhere now. And you know why it's everywhere now? Because a black man, woman, and child here in America are the poster people for homosexuality. Now, case in point, look at the continent of Africa. Look at the continent of Africa. Homosexuality is on the rise. It's another topic we can talk about. Let's look at politics. How we handle politics. Right? Everybody likes to look at us. They're waiting on us to be the ones that say, yo, we are tired of this shit. And you know what? It's time to move. It's time to strike on all levels. Stop just thinking with your, your lower self. Think on all levels. Because we got to strike on all levels. But again, everybody everywhere is looking at us. And they're pretty much either saying one of two things. We still waiting. Or, why they doing it like that? But since they doing it, oh well, let's follow suit. From the way we dress, from the way we talk, from the way we interact with one another, everybody looks at the Africans here in America as a central key point. If they giving it up like that over there, then obviously that's the way the rest of the black world needs to move. If that's going to be the case, man, if we're going to have that much power, if you will, if we're going to have that much power and might, then why in the hell not? Why in the hell won't we, if you will, give the rest of the world something to look at? Give them something to follow. Okay? Now, we all want to say, in the words of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, Africa for the Africans. Yes, we get that. We get that. We know that. That's key. But at the end of the day, even the continental Africans, let's keep it 100, they're in a worse position than we are here in the West. They may not even see it, but they are so attached to white supremacy, you can't tell them anything about it. Us on our hand over here, we're attached to it, but we're in denial loudly about it. Our moves show the attachment. Our moves show that attachment. Our mouths, nah, that ain't like that. Everything, nah. We'll deny it with our mouths, but our actions show something totally different. So again, everybody likes to say action speaks louder than words. We talk a good game over here, but the rest of the world sees a total different format. With that being the case, because they see, they're going to go by what they see. And thus the rest of the black world has not made one move. Because the black Africans here in the West ain't made one move. If anything, we're moving backwards. So the rest of the world is moving backwards. We are the central focus, family. Now watch this. I'm going to give you a document that you can go look up for yourself just to show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's going to get a little bit deeper. I'm going to get a little bit deeper, if you will. I want you all to look up, I've said this before, and if you've paid attention to my dialogues, you know what I'm about to say. Look up the National Security Council Memorandum 46. National Security Council Memorandum 46. Look it up. Read the document. Dissect it. Read word for word, letter for letter. You will see exactly what I mean when I say we are the central focus. We're the central ones, man. Once that okay, let me go here a little bit. I want to give credit what credit is due. Now let's keep it 100. We are making a positive dynamic shift as far as our cognition here, our Africans here in the West, here in America, in the North, the Western Hemisphere of the world. We're making a good transition. It's a slow one, nonetheless, but hey, slow and steady, I guess. Eventually, we'll start picking up speed. But nonetheless, we're starting to make that shift. We're starting to see, hear, feel, acknowledge, and the things that we're feeling, seeing, hearing, acknowledging, it's like, you know what? Okay, we see the bullshit that y'all been pulling all so long. Now it's like, And of course, it's the younger generations that's seeing and feeling and acknowledging these different things that I'm speaking of. Whether it be religion, economics, poverty, poor food and nutrition, miseducation in schools, politics, etc., 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 etc. The youth of today really see what the deal is, man, and they don't like what they see. They don't like the results of it. They damn sure don't like the conditions that were passed on from the generations prior to them. The parents, the grandparents, the aunts, uncles, etc., 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 etc. What was passed down, or should I say the lack thereof. You feel what I'm saying? The youth today are hurt, so their cries are coming out. But I digress. But nonetheless, read the document, you'll see how basically once that shift takes full blossom, once we here in the West take full action, full stride, full motion, right? With the momentum from that positive mental shift, because again, like I always say, that what you think, you will speak. That what you speak, you'll walk. So with that being said, once we see that shift, we have to go behind. We have to back it fully. Because once we back it, the aura will start to build. The light will begin to radiate and shine. Once it shines from here in the West, here in America, the rest of the global Africans throughout the world, they will start to feel that radiation. They will start to see those sun rays, metaphorically speaking. And they will then begin to say, the clock has now struck 12, family. Let's get it. Now, we all know, anybody who knows anything will tell you white supremacy is on the downfall. It is definitely on the decline. This is why they're starting to, quote unquote, turn up their heat a little bit. They're turning up their heat. All right, I give you that. But nonetheless, while they turn up the heat, they burning out their gas. It's just like a car. It's just like a car when you're driving. You know, like when you put the AC on or the heat on, whatever, while you're driving, your gas tank is going to deplete. Your gasoline, levels are going to drop. So while they turning up the heat on us a little bit here, or should I say, basically just removing the veil, which has already been there from our eyes, their gas tank is starting to deplete. They're starting to run out of gas. What does that mean for Africans, family? While they run out of gas, you pump your tank up. Your brain. This is your gas tank right here. Pump your tank up. Right? Overfill that bitch. That you know what I'm saying? Overfill it, if you will. Pardon me. Overfill your brain, if you will. Let it spill out. Because that which spills out is going to hit the next person. You feel what I'm saying? Pass it on. That which you pass on. Do not just stop there and regurgitate. Apply. 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 You have to apply. We cannot regurgitate, family. It's all about application because we've been regurgitating for the longest time. Thus, we've been stuck for the longest time. Thus, the rest of the world has been watching and stuck for the longest time because of regurgitation. So we're going to start applying, family. You feel me? And again, once we apply, we can build, we can elevate, we can start to establish ourselves to our institutions that are going to sustain ourselves. It all goes hand in hand, family. It all goes hand in hand. So with that being said, what am I saying? Black folks here in America, get your shit together. Get your shit together. The world is waiting on you. The world is waiting on you. It's not that hard. The black world is waiting on us here. Again, we have the technology. Let's keep it 100. Besides the fact that we've already created the infrastructure, the physical infrastructure of the country, the landmass, if you will, our minds are involved in every part of the inner workings of this country. From the jobs, you feel what I'm saying? Because nothing else, let's keep it 100. The jobs don't function unless we there. Ain't no money being made unless we there. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no schools miseducating unless we there. They need us. We are that one. We are the people, family. We are the ones, man. So with that being said, tighten up, lock down ship, and hold it down. So the rest of the family around the world can sail on in the greatness. You You feel what I'm saying? We are the ones. Again, read that document, National Security Council Memorandum 46. It will tell you detail for detail that once we here get it together, get our minds right, get our money right, lock arms. You feel me? The rest of the world is going to be like, yes, Pan-Africanism in full effect. Garvey's playing in full effect. And Nkrumah's playing in full effect. Let's make it happen. Now we can start really, really bragging about those pyramids and things like that. Now we can really start bragging about Horn Akhmet, what y'all would call the Sphinx. Now we can really start bragging about Nubia and all these other ancient empires, Mali, etc., 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 Ghana, the Ghanaian Empire. We can start bragging again. You know how we doing right now? We can really brag. We can really show our asses now because it's like, hey, we were there, you brought us here, and then we superseded that which we were already. Because we locking arms globally now. Not just here, not just there, not just there. We all over. Again, everywhere you see that night sky, that black sky, you're going to see this black skin. So with that being said, we're everywhere. You can't run fast enough and escape us. It's just like a light in a black hole in space. That light can't run faster than that black hole. So at the end of the day, white supremacy can't outrun black power. Feel what I'm saying? White supremacy cannot outrun the black establishment. It can't. It can't. It knows this. White supremacy knows this. That's why they move the way they move. It's time for us to know this. It's time for us to act on this. It's time for us to shut they shit down. Period. Period. Ain't that hard, man. Like I said, check it out. I'm gonna try to get the link. I'm gonna throw it in there for y'all. I want you to read it. Again, word for word. Read it. The sun rises in the west, but that sun can only rise once it rises here. Turn the lights on. Turn the lights on. So the rest of the black world can see. Again, they looking at you, man. They following everything that you do, from the way you talk to the way you move, to the way you dress, to the way you handle white supremacy. They're following you. So give the rest of the black family something to follow, man. Give them something to protect. Give them something to defend. Give them something to uphold. Something to adore and honor. Give them that. You owe them that, family. You owe them that. Yeah, it's a big responsibility. It's a big sense of accountability. I know folks want to run from those words all the goddamn time, but you can't. You're an African. You're a black man. You're a black woman. You're a black child. You can't run fast enough. Accountability and responsibility is in your blood, so I bet you will uphold it. Since, if not, just perish. Or the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, the big homie up there, as he always says, if I don't remember the name of the speech, and I'm paraphrasing, I'm not going to quote, because I owe him that much respect, so I'm just going to paraphrase. But basically, long story short, if you cannot do what other men have to do, what other nations have to do, long story short, just give it up. You might as well just die. I don't want to die. I do not want to die. I want to live on. Even when my physical body goes back into this earth called Mama Africa, Mama Earth, you feel me? Even when my body transitions physically, my soul will live on. My energy will live on. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I want. I want that energy to be a positive, because my people will continue to talk about that and spread that vibe, spread that energy. That's how you live on, family. And it can only live on once you act on that which you would wish to have. You feel me? Walk in the light of that which you want, family. You say you want freedom, then let's walk to freedom. No more marching. We're not marching. Follow what I'm saying. We running. We banging. We fighting on all levels. That kumbaya shit is a dud deal. The youth of today, we not having it. We don't want to do that no more. We don't really want to do that no more. And not for nothing, if you keep it 100, I'm going to keep it G with you. The reason why it's kind of quote-unquote taking place right now with all these protests and with the propaganda that you see on the news, is because you have the elders who like to move that way, pushing that instead of self-reliance. You feel what I'm saying? The ones that are comfortable, the ones that are quote-unquote secure within their position of white supremacy, aka Al Sharpton. Yeah, I said your name. Messy Jesse. All those that's like that. Even the lawyer, what's the lawyer, the famous lawyer, this dude done came up overnight now. He done lost every damn case he done been on TV. What's his name, Crump, something like that? But he's that dude right now. These are the ones that's pushing that energy. The real youth of today, the real family of today, we not having that, man. It's about self-reliance out here, man. How the hell do you expect your enemy to give you that which you really seek when they're combating you? They're going to poison the food, if you will, metaphorically speaking. You trying to eat the plate of freedom, they're going to poison that plate, damn it. So why not grow your own food off self-reliance? Follow the metaphor, if you feel. Just follow the metaphor. You feel what I'm saying? It's all to the good, man. One day, one day, one day. But at the end of the day, we can only get to that day as long as we strive consistently. We have to be consistent, family. There cannot be a time gap in between battles. It's a long fight. It's a long, ongoing fight. There is no time gaps. So don't stop from this generation and then pick up on another generation. We got to keep banging all the time, family. Again, the rest of the world, the rest of the black world, that matters. They're watching, family. They're waiting. They're waiting. Alright? They're waiting on you. They're waiting on me. They're waiting on us. National Security Council Memorandum 46. Read it. And then you'll see why I say the sun rises in the west. Shout out to the East Coast. You already know that's why I'm at East Coast, New York all day. But at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying. The sun rises in the west, man. We are that sun. We're children of the sun. Let Ra rise, yo. You feel me? Let Ra rise through us. Let that marinate. But in the meantime, between time, I think y'all got what I'm saying. I think you get what I'm trying to say. Again, follow the metaphor. Read the document, put the two together. Walk in that. Spread that. Watch it grow. But in the meantime, between time, family, this has been your brother in Google. Now you see R.A.M. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of R.A.M. RBG TV. That's what I keeps it, G. You dig? Comments, questions, concerns, get at me in the comment box. Get at me on the emails. RANMRBG@gmail. I'm not hard to reach, family. I'm there for you. Be there for me. It's all love. Keep it locked to the next one. And let's keep it on, man. On and on. As we move, keep banging. Strive, family. Every day. Grind, family. Every day. Live in love. Black love is kid for the black nation, so let's get it. And that's black power. Peace. Utuapo. And let's go.